have made some errors that have been surprising, astounding even to everyone. But China B for the most part got the job done. And look at that. 5 safeties from the Germans have misfired, backfired.
That's just a glaring statistic, especially considering it's the Germans. You would think, oh no, no.
And yet again, China B miss a ball and get away with it. It was the 8 ball in one rack, then the miscue, got away with that one, and now they get the snooker on the 4.
Germany has to feel like they're swimming upstream in this match. Everything conspiring against them.
They always say if you make mistakes, the balls don't forgive you. They're forgiving China B. Particularly in the second half of the match, the weight of luck has been entirely one-sided.
He leaves another safety attempt on for China. Granted, not easy. He had to screw on the extension. He was really struggling, even with the extension, to get at that shot. But, you know, Ralph is very disappointed in that one, that effort. But I haven't picked up my pen yet, Phil, to mark the score down. Seems like anything's possible here.
In 3 racks in this match so far, China B have made a glaring error, and yet, on all 3 occasions, they've ended up winning the rack. And in this instance, it means they lead 6-5 on the hill, breaking in rack 12. Germany precariously positioned.
Well, the Germans have really nobody to blame but themselves, even though China is getting quite lucky on their side. This safety went awry and left the 3 on for China. This safety went awry for Ralph, and that was the end of the rack, and you can see how disappointed the great Ralph Souquet is.
But for him to be in that spot after China B had missed the 4 ball to the middle pocket, it really was unfortunate. People say luck evens out. Hokum.
Well, it might over the course of your career or even just your year, but not always in individual matches. Last night, Holland versus Scotland. Holland had numerous errors and missed balls, and still won the match. Got a bit lucky, even though they played good, but they still got lucky to win. And it happens like that sometimes. You're right. The balls, luck does not always even out in a match. That's 9 ball.
So Kong to Jing, looking to be King Kong.
Oh, just at the last second, they get a shot on the 1. Now, can they take it to the conclusion? Or will be some more twists and turns in this road? The latter wouldn't surprise us after what we've seen here.
Not the most athletically built fellow, Wang Ming, and so consequently this shot is quite difficult to reach.
Hit that one good. That was very close, and what's the result? I don't know. Not sure if that can be made.
No, I think he's absolutely fine today.
Oh, I see. I was thinking the 4-ball, sorry. Didn't see the red 3 down at the bottom rail.
Germany must be fearing the worst. Joshua Filler will be disappointed. Ralph Suke would be mortified if they were to lose.
A litany of errors combined with the luck. China B. This will be a very disappointing loss for Team Germany, but still got 4 balls to go, so don't mark the score down just yet.
We saw him shaking of the back arm from the South Koreans in an earlier round. There we saw it from Wang Ming. Could this be the only break-in run-out of the entire match? And it be the clinching rack as well? Still work to do.
Well done. He's been, for the most part, he's been the rock of China B. Kong Dejing. Good young player.
Wang Ming has missed an 8-ball before. Wonder whether the back arm will be shaking on this one. It is, but not too badly. Well done.
Has been the rock all day, so it's not, you know, a total gimme here, but this is the guy you want to shoot it.
Pool-wise, that is a Deutschland disaster. China B producing their A-game in the vital rack. What a scoreline from the host nation. 2 teams still battling. China B beat Germany 7-5.
All homemakers these days. Some nest in suburbs, tranquil and green. Others in colonies, not quite as serene. Some dream in colour, some somewhat less so. Some are inspired by Michelangelo. Some have an idea, a vision of what could be. Others are back in the folks' gaff, just outside Tralee. Each of us needs a space we can truly make our own. Although we don't do it in exactly the same way, we're all homemakers, just the same. Woodies, we're all homemakers.
Pollutants can build up indoors, gases, allergens, and particles. So Dyson's purifying fans use sensors to detect them, capturing them inside sealed HEPA and carbon filters. That multiplier technology projects 290 litres of air per second, purifying your whole room and cooling you in summer.